In the stillness of the desert, the Sphinx waits. Silent, unmoving, and eternal, it is more than just a statue or a relic of myth. It is a guardian, a symbol of life's great mysteries. Those who approach are met not with a sword or roar, but with a riddle, a question that demands not just intellect, but introspection. The Sphinx's riddles are not meant to deceive, they are designed to reveal. And what they reveal depends on the one who dares to answer. The most famous riddle of the Sphinx asks, what walks on four legs in the morning, two legs in the afternoon, and three legs in the evening? It is a question about the stages of life, childhood, adulthood, and old age, but it is also a metaphor for the balance we must strike as we journey through life. In our youth, we lean on others for guidance, trusting them with the faith of a child. As we grow, we rely on our own wisdom to stand tall and navigate the world. And in our later years, we again require support, yet this time it is tempered with the wisdom of experience. This balance between wisdom and faith is the riddle of life itself. Wisdom is the domain of the mind. Logic, experience, and knowledge. It is the strength to analyze, to plan, and to act. Faith, on the other hand, is the realm of the heart. Trust in the unseen, surrender to the divine, and alignment with a higher purpose. Together, they are two sides of the same coin, each incomplete without the other. Like the Sphinx, they sit in quiet partnership, guarding the secrets of manifestation, growth, and truth. But how often do we favor one side over the other? We live in a world that celebrates wisdom, education, strategy, and self-reliance. We are taught to trust only what we can see and measure, to solve life's riddles with logic alone. And yet, there are moments when wisdom fails us. No amount of planning can prepare us for the unexpected loss or the overwhelming challenge. It is in these moments that faith steps in, not to replace wisdom, but to complete it. Faith is not blind optimism, nor is it the absence of doubt. It is the courage to move forward even when the path is unclear. It is the belief that there is purpose in the struggle and that God's plan is greater than our understanding. The Sphinx's riddle, then, is not just about knowing the answer. It is about trusting the process. It is about stepping forward even when the desert stretches endlessly before us, knowing that the journey itself will reveal the way. Consider the duality of the Sphinx itself. It is part lion, part human, a creature of both strength and intellect. The lion symbolizes power, courage, and action, the qualities of wisdom. The human head represents thought, reflection, and the capacity for faith. The Sphinx reminds us that to face life's challenges, we must embody both. We must have the strength to act and the humility to trust, the courage to question, and the patience to believe. When we encounter the Sphinx in our own lives, it often appears as a challenge we cannot solve with logic alone. Perhaps it is a decision that feels impossible to make, a relationship that tests our patience, or a season of waiting that seems endless. These are the riddles that demand more than wisdom. They require faith. They ask us to surrender not in defeat but in trust, to let go of the need for control and allow God's plan to unfold. Yet, surrendering to faith does not mean abandoning wisdom. Faith without action is incomplete. Just as action without faith is hollow, wisdom gives us the tools to navigate the world, but faith gives us the compass to know where we are going. Together they create alignment, a state of being where our thoughts, actions, and spirit move as one, guided by divine purpose. Think of a time when you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. Perhaps you wrestled with doubt, fear, or uncertainty, questioning whether you had the strength to continue. In that moment, wisdom might have told you to give up, to choose the safer path, or to avoid the struggle altogether. But faith whispered something different. It said, keep going. Trust the process. There is more to this story than you can see. And so you move forward, not because you had all the answers, but because you believed there was meaning in the journey. This is the essence of manifestation, not bending the universe to your will, but aligning your will with God's. It is about recognizing that life's riddles are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Each challenge is a question, And each question invites us to become more than we were before. The answers are not always easy, but they are always transformative. The Sphinx teaches us that the journey is not about defeating the riddle, but about understanding it. The answer to life's questions is not found in the moment of solving, but in the process of seeking. Wisdom gives us the strength to wrestle with the riddle, but faith gives us the patience to wait for the answer. Together, they create the balance we need to move forward with purpose and peace. As we walk through life, we are constantly confronted with new riddles. Some are small and simple, while others are complex and overwhelming. But the lesson of the Sphinx is that no riddle is insurmountable when we approach it with the duality of wisdom and faith. Wisdom allows us to analyze the problem, to learn from our experiences, and to take action. Faith reminds us to trust in the journey, to believe in the unseen, and to align ourselves with God's greater plan. So, how do we embody this balance in our daily lives? Start by asking yourself, where am I relying too much on wisdom, and where am I neglecting faith? Are there areas of my life where I am trying to control the outcome instead of trusting the process? Are there decisions I am avoiding because I lack the courage to believe in what I cannot see? The answers to these questions will not come all at once, and that is okay. The Sphinx does not expect us to solve its riddles in an instant. It asks only that we try, that we wrestle with the questions and seek the truth with open hearts and minds. The process of seeking is itself a form of growth, a way of aligning ourselves with the divine. The desert, vast and unyielding, is where many of life's greatest lessons are learned. Picture yourself walking through this expanse, the heat pressing down, the horizon stretching endlessly. There are no shortcuts here, no easy answers yet. It is in this space of vulnerability that wisdom and faith converge. Every step forward, every decision to press on despite the uncertainty is an act of trust. And with each step, the desert becomes not a wasteland, but a canvas for transformation. And as we grow, we begin to see the riddles of life not as obstacles, but as invitations. Each challenge is an opportunity to deepen our faith, to sharpen our wisdom, and to align more closely with the truth. Each question is a chance to become more than we were before, to step into the fullness of who we are called to be. The Sphinx, with its silent strength and enigmatic smile, stands as a reminder that life's greatest mysteries are not meant to be feared but embraced. Its riddles are not tests of worthiness but invitations to growth. And its presence is not a barrier but a guide, leading us toward the balance of wisdom and faith. In the end, the answer to the Sphinx's riddle is not just about the stages of life. It is about the balance we must find within ourselves. It is about walking through the desert with courage and trust, knowing that every step brings us closer to the truth. It is about facing life's questions, not with fear, but with faith, not with certainty, but with hope. The Sphinx waits, as it always has, offering its riddles to those who seek to pass. And as we stand before it, we are reminded that the journey is not about having all the answers. It is about becoming the kind of person who can face the questions with wisdom, faith, and trust in God's plan.